Bet you didn't know there's a place where Kentucky football and basketball fans unite. Welcome to Big Blue Breakdown. Whether you bleed blue or just love a good game, we've got the latest stories, hottest takes, and a whole lot of hometown pride. Hit play and join the conversation. This is your home for all things Kentucky sports.
Alrighty, welcome in everybody to episode 80 here on the Big Blue Breakdown. I appreciate you guys coming here and listening to this episode. If you guys already haven't, go follow us on social media, on TikTok, X, and Instagram. The @ is BigBlue_BDown. Go follow us there. You're missing extra content if you don't do that. I, again, appreciate you guys coming here and listening. Best way to help the channel grow here, it's by subscribing, liking, and commenting, and sharing. Best way to help the channel grow. Same thing for podcast. If you are listening on Spotify, I appreciate you guys there as well. Follow and comment there. In today's episode, we finally get to talk something positive around Kentucky sports, or what we cover here, Kentucky football and basketball. We're covering Kentucky basketball today. I'm so excited to jump into this. The whole preface of this preface, I think is the word, of this video is to just overview some things, really. Going to go into each position group, and I'll talk about this, obviously, later, going into each position group, grade them. Before we get into that, we're going to go into KenPom, and then you've already seen the title of this video, but I'm going to talk about, is this a national championship contender team? Obviously, there's going to be more episodes before the Purdue exhibition game, and we're going to be actually breaking down the Purdue exhibition game when that gets here, and same thing with the Georgetown one as well, and the different exhibition games. So we're going to give preview. We're going to see what this team is really made of early in the year before they even really start playing an actual meaningful, quote unquote, game. I believe this team is actually going to be very, very special this year. But before we jump into episode 80 here, let's go ahead and give a quick word over to our friends at W Energy. Make sure to use code BIGBLUE10, guys. You'll get 10% off your order. Be right back. Hello, everybody. We wanted to take a break in this episode to tell you about our friends over at W Energy. W is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like any other energy drink. Some facts about W. Number one, it's zero sugar, artificial colors, or dyes, or hidden ingredients. It is also gluten-free. Number two, all flavors are unique and custom made by W. You'll never taste anything like a W drink. Number three, the drinks are $1 less, guys. That is cheaper than Starbucks or any canned drink. Lastly, it is made in the U.S. It is close to home. Guys, if you guys are looking forward to going to a Kentucky football game or Kentucky basketball game and you need some energy, get W. W is the perfect thing for you working out and you need some energy. You need W. You need W throughout the day. It is for you. Use promo code BIGBLUE10 to get 10% off every single order. Guys, it not only just helps you guys be able to have a clean energy drink that you can use all the time with the tubs that they give you. It helps me and it helps the channel keep growing with you guys. If you guys do that, it helps us post more content and helps them, guys. So it's a win-win-win for everybody. But thank you guys so much for your time here. Please go check out W. Check out their website. And when you are about to purchase something, use promo code BIGBLUE10 to get 10% off your order. Alrighty, welcome guys back into episode 80 here. Before we go ahead and jump into everything here, preface again of this video, I want to kind of give a solid foundation of just talking more Kentucky basketball now, obviously leading up to so close to basketball season actually starting with all these exhibition games. So I just want to kind of lay a nice firm foundation here. That is the goal of this video. Episode, whatever you want to call it. Okay, let's go and jump into something that I actually really, really like. KenPom rankings come out. This is a database analytical site that is very, very good, and it's very, very accurate. You can go back and see last year and all the years prior. The way they rate these teams is so so good. Very, very accurate to what the final outcome is usually every year. So to start the season, beginning of the season, Kentucky ranks fourth in KenPom. Houston is first, Florida second, Purdue is third, Kentucky is fourth. Technically, Kentucky plays the number one overall team to start the exhibition, which is going to be Purdue. In their exhibition game, they are ranked number one in the AP poll, but per KenPom, Purdue is ranked third, just one spot ahead of Kentucky. So already top five for the Cats heading into this per KenPom. So some things to look at here when you're looking at this, right? Look at the offensive rating. Okay, offensive rating is ranked 8th in the country. I think Mark Pope is usually going to put together a very, very solid offense that is going to be able to score points, and they're going to put up good numbers each year because he's so good with those analytics and getting the right guys to make shots. Just his system is very, very friendly. The biggest point for me here is going to be that number four here in the defensive rating. Kentucky ranks fourth preseason in KenPom in defensive rating. That is very, very good. Kentucky really, really struggled on defense last year. I think we dropped down to like 110th at one point last year after the Ole Miss game. And so I think that was a really, really big point of emphasis going into the offseason, is not only obviously have these electric guys on offense, but get guys that are going to be very, very solid on defense. We seen the defense improve last year after that Ole Miss game, and the rating go up. But this number is very, very good to start the year for the Cats, sitting at number 4. You've seen the emphasis in getting bigger physical guys that are really, really good rebounders, that are really, really good defenders, and just overall really good players. So I think there was a big point of emphasis, as you can see, on that defense this offseason. Going back here, adjusted tempo. Coming into the year, Kentucky is going to like to push it up and down the floor. They rank 35th, which is really, really high. You even see Illinois at 22, which is also really, really high. Number 1 is going to be Alabama because they just like to push the ball so much up and down the floor. So even at 35th, that is still very, very high of adjusted tempo rating. And then we have these will not be updated. So it's like the who you play defensive rating wise. So they're not going to count the exhibition. So I'm actually going to be really, really interested to see moving throughout the year what that changes to see like the amount of competition, because Kentucky plays like 19 ranked opponents this year or something, and only get like 6 of them at home or something. It's something crazy like that. We'll break that the schedule specifically down later in a different episode, but KenPom, the numbers really, really like Kentucky. That is a very, very good thing going into this year. I really, really like that because KenPom is such a accurate source to always go back to and fall on, especially during the year. You can look back at the beginning of the year. Obviously, teams are going, like some teams are dramatically going to fall, some teams are dramatically going to increase, but consistently, this data is usually right. So starting at number 4, I feel very, very confident in that with the numbers, really, really liking this team. So let's actually go ahead and jump into the personnel of this team. Okay, let's go ahead. So I want to say this before we actually jump into this here. I want to say that I have these broken into position groups for the Cats. For each player that we brought in, or that we have, or whatever. I have it per position group. That was just the best way to organize it. That doesn't mean necessarily that they're going to be playing that position, because in a Pope offense, it is very so much sometimes that is just positionless is the right word to say there. And some guys are going to move, they're going to slide, and they're going to slide up. So this isn't necessarily just for the actual position. It's just for just the organizational part of this here. One thing I want to go and get into is how deep this Kentucky team is, 1 through 5 at each quote-unquote position. If you were to label it that way, we are 2 to 3 deep each position. Very, very good players right there. So I think that's a big reason why the numbers love this team. Also, another big reason is the returning production, getting Otega Owe back, getting Trent Noah back, getting Colin Chandler back, getting these guys back, getting Brandon Garrison back, bringing in some very, very good high school recruits, but also getting a top 2 portal class in the nation. I think that's why the numbers really, really love this team in the mix of some good shooters, right? So some elite shooters, some elite defenders, some elite rebounders, some elite drivers, and all of them have elite athleticism. So I think the mix right there is very, very well. But this team is so deep heading into this year. Let's go ahead and start with the point guards, quote unquote here. Again, preference, what I've already said here about the positions, quote unquote here. So point guards, if we were to do it like this, Jalen Lowe, Pitt transfer, averaged 16.8 points a game last year, 4.2 rebounds and 5.5 assists. This guy can really dish the ball out. He can really score at a high level. And people are going to talk about this dude's efficiency last year at Pitt. You're wrong. He isn't just based off it. He isn't his efficiency from last year. He had to take these shots last year, even if they were bad shots, because the Pitt team was just not good. And so he had to take the reins and take these not so great shots at times, which obviously over time lowered his efficiency by a lot. So put that in perspective there. And the Pope system is so friendly to the point guard that his efficiency is going to rise. We seen with Lamar Butler last year, who wasn't a great 3-point shooter, but the system is so friendly that his numbers, efficiently wise, are going to go up, and we're gonna see a better Jalen Lowe in the Pope system. So this dude is a very good pickup for the Cats. He's experienced. I believe he's a junior this year. He 6'3", 188, good size for a point guard. Really like this guy. I mean, you see, he also got after it on the glass. He can really dish the ball. He's really a true point guard. The only, I guess, knock on this kid is the defensive ability. I guess you're losing in Lamont Butler, but he brings just a different aspect of scoring in general to this team, a different aspect of dishing the ball out that Lamont Butler didn't really have in his game. I'm not saying that he didn't have moments, but I guess what you're losing is a very elite defender here, but still so good. Such a great pickup here, and I believe he can take us where we want to go, which is number 9. Moving on. Backup point guard, quote unquote. This guy could, I think, literally be a starter. I'm not saying that he is. I'm saying that he definitely could be a starter in Colin Chandler. I absolutely love this dude. He has the absolute athleticism to be an absolute force. He's an NBA player, and I know people are going to clown when I say that, but he isn't a legit NBA player. We've seen the flashes of Colin Chandler last year at the end of the year in March Madness. He played very, very good against Troy and played very, very good against Illinois. We've seen these flashes from him and how good he actually can be, and I think he has taken that natural step forward in the offseason. Him being your backup point guard, I think, is actually really, really good. He's been in the Pope system now. This is his second year in the system. Played last year, has the experience now. He's an older guy for being a sophomore because he went on the Mormon trip because he was originally committed to BYU to Mark Pope. But he stands at 6'5", great size, super athletic, as you see it in the notes here. Freak athlete, weighs 202. Now, his numbers weren't obviously great last year because he was kind of buried on the depth chart, but we've seen the flashes of what this kid can be, and I'm going to guarantee you that his numbers are going to dramatically increase this year. He averaged 2.7 points, one rebound a game, and 0.7 assists a game. What I want to talk about actually is his vision. He can pass. Like, I know the numbers don't say right there, but this dude can pass. I love his ball handling. His athleticism is absolutely great. I love him. I think he's really going to take a step forward this year. So I give this position group here a B plus. I guess Colin Chandler's a legit defender. I guess the only knock here is Jalen Lowe not having the. We haven't seen the defense out of him yet to move this up to an A position group. So as of right now, have it at a B plus for the point guards. Moving on to the shooting guards. Again, positionless basketball kind of. I guess you can slide some guys. I guess you could slide, and we'll get into this in a later episode with the projected starting five or what the actual starting five is going to be. Where you could have Ortega at the 3, or you can and then have Denzel here at the 2, or you can move Denzel down to the 3, have Ortega at the 2, move Ortega down to the 3, have Jasper play the 2. So it's very, very mixed match between these two right here. But by the way, two of these guys can also be point guards if need be. Like, if injuries were to happen, please don't let injuries happen this year. That's what killed us last year. But, Jasper and Denzel can play point guard. I think Ortega could play point guard if necessary. But let's go ahead and talk about the preseason SEC Player of the Year in Ortega Owe, returning here. 6'4", 215. He was the best player on Kentucky last year. Breakout star, 16.2 points a game, 4.7 rebounds, and 1.7 assists. Now he's played in the Pope system. He is a freak athlete. You got to absolutely love him. He's a SEC preseason player of the year, and he's going to be on the watch list of National Player of the Year. Not too much to say about that right there. Moving on to Jasper Johnson. First high school guy that we get in this right here. He was a consistent, goodness gracious, I cannot speak today. Consistent, I just can't even say that word. He was a top 25 recruit, nonetheless. I can't even say that. I don't know why I can't say that. Please do not clip that. He was a top 25 recruit coming out of OTE. Played at Woodford County High School before that. This dude is really, really good. This dude is a pro. He's got a very, very nice shot. I think where he can shine in Pope's offense is his catch and shoot ability. He has that ability. That is what he's really, really got to lean on here. He's going to be a really, really good catch and shoot guy from the three-point line. But he also has the athleticism to go and get a bucket. Obviously, we've seen that in Ortega. Not too much to talk there about him with that, but Jasper, his main thing is going to be catch and shoot, but he can also take it to the rim, which I think is going to be very, very nice. Denzel Aberdeen, man, oh man, I absolutely love this pickup from Florida, a national champion here. 6-man for Florida last year, played behind Walter Clayton. 6'5" guard, 190. He averaged 7.7 points last year, 1.7 rebounds, 1.4 assists. He's known for his clutch ability. This dude has national championship now experience. This is a absolute great pickup. This guy can be a older guy coming off the bench, right? He can give you a lot. He's an elite defender. Is same thing with Ortega. I don't really know about Jasper right now, but I think Jasper is a really, really smart player. But looking at Denzel and Ortega, these two are elite defenders. Ortega is obviously the offensive head here, but Denzel can go get a bucket when needed. His 3-point shooting is actually a lot better than people think. So he is a very, very much a capable shooter. The worst shooter here, technically, three-point shooting is Otega Owe. So you got to really, really love Jasper Johnson, his catch and shoot ability here, and the creativity for somebody to go get a shot in Denzel Aberdeen, and then for Otega Owe to drive to the basket to really get any shot that he wants, but just having him as the head here, catch and shoot in Jasper, and then somebody like Denzel Aberdeen here is really, really nice to have. So I'm going to give these shooting guards an A. An A. I mean, you got to take it away. That's all you have to say right there. Moving on. Small forwards here. Before we go ahead and get into the small forwards, let's go ahead and give a quick word over to our friends at Bluegrass Elite. Make sure to use code BBB15 to get 15% off your order. They are a new partnership here. Go check them out. Let's go and give them a quick word. All right, real quick before we keep going, I've got to tell you about our new partners over at Bluegrass Elite. They've got some really nice Kentucky gear, clean designs, stuff that actually looks good on game days. I've been checking out some of their shirts and hoodies myself, and the cool thing is, they're hooking y'all up with 15% off every single time you order. Just use my code BBB15 at checkout. So if you want to rep the Cats and save a little money while doing it, hit that link down in the description of this video. Guys, go check them out. Really, really good gear over there. Make sure to use my promo code BBB15 to get 15% off your order every time you use it. Let's go back to the episode. Alrighty, welcome back, guys. So let's go ahead and jump into the small forwards here, which I think is a very, very underrated piece of this basketball team. The reason that I say that is because we have probably our best shooter on the team right here, Cam Williams. Tulane transfer, was a freshman last year, standing at 6'8", truly amazing size here. 190. He averaged 9.3 points a game last year, 4.5 rebounds, and 1.3 assists. I absolutely love this dude's body, his physicality. He is an elite three-point shooter. That's what he's going to be here. He's going to be a catch-and-shoot guy. So people talked about not having a natural shooter here for this Kentucky basketball team. Well, you have two possibly of the best shooters in the country at this position right here. Then you go back to Jasper Johnson, who's a really, really good catch-and-shoot guy. Denzel Aberdeen, who can knock it down. Colin Chandler, who can knock it down. Jalen Lowe, who can knock down a three. But then you're really going to get the most I would guess the most three-point shots are going to be out of Trenton Noah and Cam Williams here. I love the addition of Cam Williams. Very, very underrated pickup right there. Britton Hawthorne, second freshman that we see here. Late pickup for the Cats in the high school recruiting. He decommits from University of West Virginia. He's a four-star recruit. He's going to be a project for sure, but you got to like the talent of this guy. He is 6'8", 175. He's long and lengthy. You've seen him in the dunk contest. He has the natural athleticism, be very, very good. He is skinny, okay? He does need to work on his body, but his shot is there. He's definitely a project, but to have him as a depth piece here, as possibly the third small forward on this team, you got to absolutely love that. I think you can rely on him to knock down a shot here and there if you need him. Love the addition for Britton Hawthorne there. Trent Noah. Best shooter in the country? Question mark. Well, that is what his teammates think. And that's what he's shown in the Big Blue Madness. He looks like an elite three-point shooter, guys. We've seen the flashes last year. Apparently, his body has just gotten more amazing over the offseason. He's a really, really good rebounder. He only averaged 2.7 points last year, 1.9 rebounds, and 0.4 assists. This dude's one of the best shooters in the country. We're going to have to get the rock to him consistently. He's going to be hard for Mark Pope to keep this guy off the floor because of how good of a shooter he is. A shooting lineup with Cam Williams and Trent Noah, that's dangerous right there. That could really spread the floor. Got to love him. Got to love this right here. I'm going to give I'm going to give this a B. I actually really, really like the defense of this right here, and the a 3 and D. I want to say a 3 and D. That's probably not the correct term to use here. Catch and shoot guys that are really, really good on defense here, and you got a really good, nice depth piece in Braden Hawthorne. So give me like a B plus here. I really, really like this group. Very, very underrated for the Cats. Moving on to small forwards. Oh, I got Mose up here twice for some reason instead of Andreas. Why do I have them? That's not very smart of you, Jackson. Well, we can go ahead and talk about Mohamed Diabate really, really quickly here. If I can try to salvage this, which I probably can't. Okay, we're going to talk about it anyways. Mohamed Diabate here. As you see on the screen, one of my favorite pickups for Mark Pope, like one of my favorite, even including last year. This is probably one of my. I was super excited when we got Mo Diabate. He brings a physicalness that Kentucky did simply to put it, did not have last year. He brings rebounding. He brings elite defensive pressure. He does only stand at 6'7" for a power forward, but he can play taller than he is. He can play smaller. We're going to put him on the best offensive player of the other team, and he's got a really, really good shot at locking him down. Elite rebounder. He's not going to be a go-to guy for scoring the basketball, but he can get it done inside. I absolutely love this pickup. Love it. He brings that tenacity that we did not have last year. I absolutely love this pickup in Mohamed Diabate. You know what? I really, really, really need to go to Canva. Like, I just really to salvage this. I'm trying to salvage this here. Hopefully this is where I need to get Andrea. I can't even say the guy's name right. Andrea Yelovich's stats up here. Let's see if we can do this. We can go ahead and oh, I got it. Here we go. Now we're rolling. Now I just gotta put this bad boy on here. Appreciate you guys for being patient with me here as I implement this bad boy here. Hopefully this is it. Hopefully. Bang! There we go. Mo Diabate's stats last year weren't amazing, but I mean, you gotta love the consistency for rebounding the basketball. 7.2 points a game last year, and if we can get that out of him this year, that'll be a major success with all the scoring pieces around him. 5.9 rebounds, 1.1 assists. Going to Andrea Yelovich, Croatian pickup here. I love this pickup. This dude can light it up shooting the basketball. You have to love this pickup here. You've seen the shooting in the Big Blue Madness. This dude brings something to this team in a stretch forward. Almost like what Andrew Carr did last year. Probably a better shooter. He's playing international basketball. Obviously, it was like a pro league. 10.7 points a game, 7.4 rebounds a game, 1.6 assists. This dude has a nice size here, 6'11", can shoot the ball. Love the shooting ability here from Andrea Yelovich. Jaden Quaintance, best pickup in the portal for the Cats this offseason. Obviously, the big question with him is going to be, when's he going to be healthy? When is this dude going to be able to actually play this year for Kentucky? We know he's going to miss earlier in the year. When can we get him back? Because that's when he's here and when he's playing, that's when Kentucky can reach their full potential. So we need to get him healthy. This dude is a beast, an absolute beast. at Arizona State last year. He was originally committed to Kentucky, guys. If you don't know that, he's 6'9", 215. He is an absolute monster physically. 9.4 points, 7.9 rebounds, 1.5 assists. So I think Mo and Jaden might have the paint locked up for rebounding the ball and defensively as well. You gotta love him here. He's gonna be really, really good at the top of the key for us. His just talent overall, like, he's gonna be a beast. He's gonna be a paint beast on the inside, a force to be reckoned with. If we can get him back, get him healthy, unlock his true potential, this team is a legit national championship contender. We're gonna get into that after we talk about the centers here. Last position group. Oh, I forgot to did I forget to rate the power forwards? Well, give me an A. Give me a freaking A. I love this group so much. Their versatility. Man, I love them. You can spread these guys really everywhere. I mean, you can put Andre at the 5. You can put Jaden at the 5. We can go small and put Mohammed at the 5. You can move Mohammed down to 3. Same thing with Andrea. You can move Jaden back up to the 5. Love the versatility. Love the shooting that Andrea brings. Love the tenacity that both Jaden and Mo bring, and just the scoring ability on the inside for Jaden, and just the talent overall in this is just insane. Give me an A for the power forwards. Moving on to the centers, which is, again, positionless basketball. Jaden can play here at the 5, which I think he will sometimes. But let's start with the returner here. Going to be starting this year, Brandon Garrison, 6'10", 250, averaged 5.9 points a game last year. 3.9 rebounds, 1.9 assists. We've seen the talent last year for sure. The shooting ability, I think, is going to come along and it's going to be there. But here's the thing. Here's a big thing. Pope loves to run stuff through the 5-man at the top of the key. Now, Brandon has 2 off seasons and a year full of playing experience. Even with Amari Williams, he gets it now. His skill set matches with what Mark wants, and I think he's just going to grow as a player. Love this here. Now he has the experience. He has the talent. I absolutely love Brandon Garrison here starting. Move on to Malachi Moreno, 6'11" center. He was a top 3 center get for Kentucky. 230. He's going to play. To simply put it for you. He's very, very efficient on the inside around the rim. His rim protecting ability is very, very nice. The only downside, I guess, would be the outside shooting. We need to develop that for him. Inside, I think he's fine. He's just got to get a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger, and I feel very, very good. Very, very nice depth piece here when you have a top 3 center in the nation in high school as possibly your 3rd center here. 3rd or 2nd, but he's going to play, guys. He's going to be in the rotation for sure. Reese Potter, last player to discuss here for the centers and overall here. Transfer from Miami of Ohio, 245. What in the world? This got messed up here. 245. Well, he's 7 foot, guys. I don't know what happened here. He's 7 foot, 245, 8.4 points a game. Not bad at all last year. 6.1 rebounds, 1.2 assists. You see the inside ability for Malachi in the rim protecting. You kind of see a little bit of everything with Brandon. But what does Reese bring, right? Well, he brings the protection of the rim. He brings a good rebounder. I don't want to say he has a great inside game, but this is a stretch 5 here. He's going to come in the game at some points and knock down threes. I love the addition of Reese Potter here. You have really, really good depth here. I'm going to give this group a B. I want to see Brandon Garrison step up, and then I'll feel much better. But I think we're going to be fine there in general. Now here comes the big question of the episode I guess you guys have been waiting for. What's the expectations and what's the feel around this team for March? Well, this team depth-wise, this team talent-wise, we're ranked as like the eighth most talented team in the country per KenPom. Numbers really, really like us. The depth is there. The coaching is there. Pope did a lot with a little last year and a little amount of time as well. Made it to the Sweet 16. Yes, we do have a very, very tough schedule this year. This team can make a run to the national championship this year. This team has the ability to win a national championship. This team has the ability to make it to a Final Four, have a very, very nice run because of the depth, because of the star power in Otega Owe, in guys like Denzel Albert, and Jalen Lowe as well. It's a huge puzzle with these pieces that really fit together. I think it's going to be a perfect combination, and we have a good problem. Let me say that. We have a good problem where minutes, Jasper Johnson may not be getting a ton of minutes, and that's a good problem to have where you can put him in a 5-star guy. You know what I mean? We have good problems. We have, quote unquote, too many good players. But this team is good enough, as we broke it down here, good enough to win a national championship. We will continue to break down the Cats more and more until, obviously, the season starts, and we're going to be breaking them down all year throughout the season. So keep in tune with this year. Very, very happy to be breaking this down with you guys. I appreciate you guys tuning into episode 80 here on the podcast. This team's depth is absolutely insane. This team's talent is insane. I don't see a legit, major concern right now, which is really, really awesome. But I appreciate you guys coming here and listening to this one. We will catch you guys tomorrow, talk a little bit more football, but we're going to be dropping more episodes. I think possibly even this weekend for basketball, going more into depth on this team. They're going to be broken all down by the time they play their first real game, and we'll know a lot about them. And we will preview and predict and do a review of the Purdue game. Get to know this team more. We're going to be breaking down the Cats all year long. Appreciate you guys coming here and listening to this one. And as always, go Cats.